Welcome everybody to another MyGM mode. Today we're going to do a women's only roster here on WWE 2K22. Now it would make sense we go with Stephanie McMahon. She is also a woman in case you didn't know. So we're going to choose her. Now the options for the brand, it doesn't really matter too much. So I think we go with Birth of Legends. That's my favorite one. For SmackDown, we're gonna go against the AI. We'll do Shane. We'll do Shane. Raw, of course, we're gonna go on hard. 15 weeks. Draft pool is default, and we're set to manual. Right. So our first pick, it would make sense we go the most popular. Let's go with Becky Lynch. She can start off as our champion. She's a babyface, which does throw me off slightly, but it would make sense to also go for Asuka, I guess. They've got a lot of the women in the wrong classes, I think. Alexa Bliss, Bianca, Sasha, Charlotte. Let's go with Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair.
We'll go with Charlotte. Right, they're also going to pick up some women's roster now, aren't they? So let's do... So we've got, what have we got so far? We got Fighter, so Bianca Belair matches up very well with Asuka. But we go with Sasha Banks, we can also then get a Giant, and that works out quite well for those two. That's one of the ones that I wanted to go for with Tamina, so that's quite frustrating. But I guess that's going to happen. Shayna Baszler, definitely want Shayna Baszler. Being a bruiser, works out quite well. Giant, Nia Jax. I don't really like Nia Jax, but she's a giant, so it works out quite well. Plus, she's another baby face. It makes no sense.
The GM adding a huge asset to their brand.
Now we could go with Bianca Belair.
Team Red looking to round out its roster with Sami Zayn. No conspiracy
and perfectly enough, they didn't go for Rhea Ripley, so we can do that. Carmella, she's a heel, so we don't have to worry about it, and she's a fighter, so that's perfect. They've all got a lot of stamina, which I quite like. Damn, they're going for Mia Yim. Okay. Bayley as a specialist heel, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Even late in the draft, you've still got main eventers joining the brand.
I've just seen Tegan Knox is in here, which really irritates me, considering she wasn't there when I tried to do the European one. Io Shirai, first time using Io Shirai. I like Io Shirai.
Even late in the draft, you've still got
okay.
main eventers joining the brand.
We've got quite a lot, to be fair. We've got 11. Let's go for 12, and then we can bring in somebody else should we need to. Okay, so we got Naomi there, who could be good as a cruiser. Nikki Ash as a fighter. It would make sense to go for the highest popularity. We've got Liv Morgan. But there's a couple that it's good to pick up because of what they offer in regards to their class. Like Mandy Rose being one of them. Mandy Rose, and she's dirt cheap too. Peyton Royce is another really good one. Raquel Gonzalez as a giant. Let's go Raquel. I'm actually, yeah, so that is our draft complete. I think we've got a very good draft here. I really like that draft. So here is our roster, starting off with Asuka. Asuka's now our most popular, but Becky Lynch was up there to begin with. But there we go. Anyway, they've drafted a little bit more than us. I don't understand why we couldn't, but there we go. Okay, tonight's the night. We got high hopes. I was born for this. We haven't picked our champion, have we? There we go. Right, you don't have to pick. It doesn't even give you a selection to pick the men's one because we don't have, obviously, a men's wrestler. I mean, we could put it on Charlotte. Then she'd get... Yeah, let's go with Charlotte. Plus 10 popularity. She becomes the most popular that way. As the heel, then there's a lot of faces that can go against her. The roster's actually really good for it. So we don't really have to worry about it too much, to be fair. Let's use this Birth of Legends cards nice and early then. Nia Jax, Charlotte, Asuka, Carmella, Io Shirai, and Bayley. A good little bit of a mixture there. I like that. So we don't have to worry. I mean, Legends, eventually, obviously we can go for China. That'll be perfect. I think Mickie James pops up every now and then too, so we can definitely do that. Right, let's book this first show then. Okay, week number 1 then, we have a tag team match. Carmella and Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai and Bianca Belair. They match up quite well, and it's good that we have the tag team match in the first slot in the opener. Role change. We've got Becky Lynch doing a role change because I think we're going to put her up against Sasha Banks, which should be quite a good little rivalry there. Nia Jax versus Bayley, Giant and Specialist. And then in the main event, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Not a title match yet, but it will lead to one. So, let's book this show. We haven't got a lot of money. We won't have a lot of money for a while, but we don't really need it yet because we've got pretty much a roster set for the rest of the simulation all the way up until WrestleMania. Okay, so I'm expecting this to be really good. Carmella, Raquel Gonzalez, they take the win. It's an okay match and it's a new rivalry. Good. Thank you, ladies. Good promo. Good heel turn. I like it. Nia Jax versus Bayley. Bayley wins. Woo! New rivalry too. Sasha Banks promo. Right, that is awful. Main event, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. It's a tables match. Charlotte Flair wins. She is our champion right now. And it starts a new rivalry. And it's a good match too. Great opening week. We like it. They're putting the title on the line. Both of the titles on the line straight away. Akira Tozawa versus John Cena. Something that everybody wants to see, I guess. So let's simulate that show and see how it fares against ours. So the opener, we beat them in the mid-card, but they beat us in the opener and we matched their main event. So that's mainly because they put a title match on, but we're not worried about that too much. We've come back from a lot worse than this. So I think that's a good start. We gained 80,000 fans, 60,000 profit. So that's good. How much did they gain? 81,000. So we're still neck and neck. We're all good. They take rank number 1 for the time being, but not for long. Okay, week number 2. Our opener is Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Let's see if that starts a new rivalry. We're calling out Charlotte Flair with Asuka because Charlotte Flair, for the journal for Triple H, wants us to rest our champion Charlotte. So Asuka's going to call her out instead. Our mid-card match again is Nia Jax versus Bayley. We're going to try and get that to a level 4 for the first pay-per-view Backlash. Get that done and dusted out the way. Sell promo, Shayna Baszler. Let's try and get her popularity up before we actually put her into some kind of rivalry. And the main event, we're going to do the tag team match again, but this time tables. I don't know whether we did tables last time. We might have done, to be fair. But I think because we already have a rivalry, it will do very well in the main event. So let's simulate this opening contest. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. It's a tables match. Sasha Banks wins. It starts a new rivalry. It's only a mediocre match. You should be ashamed of yourself. I've just put on a clinic there. That's 2 fantastic wrestlers. Asuka calling out Charlotte Flair. It's a good promo. Rivalry to level 2 already. Nia Jax to Bayley. Tables match. Bang. Bayley wins yet again. Woo! Level 2. Okay. Shayna Baszler, an okay promo. +1 popularity. Bianca Belair and Io Shirai versus Raquel and Carmella. Io Shirai, Bianca win. And it's a good match. Okay, it's not as amazing as the show we put on last week. I say amazing. They're putting on the exact same match, an Extreme Rules match. That is... what a main event too. Slapjack and Roderick Strong versus Ivar and John Cena. Incredible stuff. We'll simulate that. I think they're going to beat us. 4-star! We beat them in the mid-card and the main, but a 4-star opener. Because it's Extreme Rules, Cruiser versus Giant. Nobody's meaner than Tamina either. I hate that saying so much. We gained 75,000 fans with 36,000 profit. And we got free arena booking too, so that's fantastic. We can use that when we start running the Thunderdome or higher. They gained 77,000. So again, we're right on their tail. We don't have nothing to worry about. I've been a lot further back from the first 2 weeks, especially in the European Only Challenge, where we had hardly any fans. Week number 3, then, we have our opening contest. It is the tag team match. Again, I really wish that they would do something so you can hype the rivalry of a tag team without having to just put them in a match, because, I mean, we're at a level 1. If we want that to end at the next pay-per-view, we're going to have to just keep putting them in matches, so it's really frustrating. This time, Charlotte Flair is going to call out Asuka, so we just flip-reversed that from last week. Mid-card match, Nia Jax versus Shayna Baszler. It's not a good matchup, but we're getting Bayley to run in to try and boost that rivalry. We got the self-promo of Asuka after being called out by Charlotte. And then the main event, Becky Lynch wanted a rematch against Sasha Banks. She's going to get one today in the main event. That is a tables match, and we also have a TLC match in the opener because we have to book at least one TLC match, which will double the cost of our rival shows in the future. We definitely want that for the pay-per-view, which we can use next week. So that's perfect. Good timing. So to simulate our opening contest, Bianca Belair and Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez, Carmella. For the third week in a row, this time TLC match. Io Shirai, Bianca Belair win. It's an amazing match, and it's a level 2. Thank you, ladies, for putting your bodies on the line. I appreciate that. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Good. The rivalry is up to level 3 now already. Just 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. That's perfect. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Nia Jax will have a run-in on Bayley, so she should win by DQ. It's a disappointing match. We expected it. Didn't do anything for the rivalry either. That's really frustrating. Now, Asuka's doing a self-promo. Basically, we're not going to do a title match until the pay-per-view. I don't think it needs it, so we can potentially have this just keep going as like an extra part of the challenge. Good promo from Asuka. Then the main event, Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch in a tables match. Becky gets her rematch. Can she make the most out of it? No, she loses. It's an okay match. Does nothing for the rivalry either. That's disappointing. Okay, let's simulate this show then and see how they fared against us. We had a great opener, but they beat us in the mid-card and the main event as expected after seeing our results. But, I mean, this was their card. They had John Cena win their title back from Akira Tozawa. They are not afraid of using title matches outside of pay-per-views. We gained $76,000. We gained $17,000. So our budget is not looking great right now. But when we can run the Thunderdome, that's when we can start getting a lot of money back. And we're doubling the cost of their show for the pay-per-view, which should mean we will do a lot better, I'd imagine. They gained $81,000. So again, they're still in the lead, but not by much. Only by about 9,000 fans. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is playing out. Okay, so the week before Backlash, our opening contest is Nia Jax versus Bayley again. Level 2 rivalry. Hopefully it'll go to level 3 so we can do the payoff at Backlash. Bayley's also struggling. We've got a call out because we can't use Sasha Banks in this. Raw has used their 3, so we can't use Sasha Banks, Raquel Gonzalez, or somebody else. So instead, Becky Lynch calls Sasha Banks out. Mid-card match, we've got Carmella versus Bianca Belair because we don't actually have enough for the tag team now that we can't use certain wrestlers. So Carmella and Bianca match up quite well. Charity, Shayna Baszler's going to talk for Charity. That's absolutely fine. And then the main event, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea's getting her first match on the card, but run in by Asuka because it suits our Commissioner Girl by Trips. We've also used the power card for double cost. So next week's show should cost a lot for Raw. Let's simulate. Okay, Nia Jax versus Bayley. Please do something for the rivalry. Nia Jax wins. Rivalry grows to level 3. Thank God. It's a great match too. That's fantastic. Thank you, ladies. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. We'll call her out anyway. Good. Takes it to a level 2. We're going to have to continue that for a long time. Carmella versus Bianca Belair. It's just a random singles match. Bianca wins. Starts a new rivalry that potentially we can use after the Backlash. Sorry, for TLC. Shayna Baszler talking for Cherry. That's an okay match. Main event, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, but with Asuka running in. Means that Charlotte Flair wins by DQ. It's okay. It does nothing for the rivalry. It makes no sense. Make it make sense, WWE. They're just spamming this match every single time, but this time Mia Yim is running in on Alexa Bliss. They've signed more women's wrestlers. That's what they've done, because they now have Toni Storm and Natalya, which I don't think they had before. We beat them, though, because we beat them in the opener and the mid-card. Our main event sucked, which actually sucks for us. Never mind. We gained 72,000 fans, gained 43,000 money. We gained free advertising booking, which is great. But they gained 78,000 fans, so they're still just ahead of us. But I think we're going into Backlash in a better spot to come out in the lead. But we'll see, I guess. You cannot have Charlotte taking Flair. Oh my god. Can't use Charlotte. Just a quick reminder, your fans want to see great matches. We also want to show lots of variety in fights. We did not have enough. Hey man, I don't know if you know this, but I love being a set a match. Extreme Rules. You've never... Thank you for telling us that. We can now use you. I'll book you on one within the next 2 weeks. Belair has been handing me nothing but losses. Is there someone else on the roster you can match me up against for a change? No chance. You gotta win. Have your most popular available face and heel fight each other. I can't. You've literally told me I can't do that. Now, earn twice as much money from the arena attendance this week. How big of attendance can we do? We could do the... I think we use that. Because then it puts us in a good stead for the rest of it. So, our Backlash card looks like this. Now remember, we don't have Charlotte Flair. We are banned from using Charlotte Flair. But our commissioner goal is to put our most popular available face and heel against each other. That is Nia Jax versus Bayley. So that is going to be our opening contest. Actually, we should make that our main event. Let's make that our main event. And then Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks is going to be the opening contest. It's only a rivalry of level 2 so far. Just because of money purposes, because we are basically using all of our budget, advertising, Rhea Ripley, advertising, Jody Garcia, we've just signed a couple of jobbers, including Ella Rubel, who is going to go up against Shayna Baszler in the mid-card. Then we have a mid-card match, the tag team match, which does work quite well. That's just going to be a normal match, though. We then have Charlotte Flair calling out Asuka, which means we're going to have to run that through to the next pay-per-view because that's very frustrating. And then the main event, Nia Jax versus Bayley. That's our show. We're doing the arena of WrestleMania Backlash, but remember, we get free arena and the free advertising, and we've doubled the cost of Raw's show. So they shouldn't really be able to do anything. So let's simulate Becky Lynch versus Sasha. Let's put on a good time, shall we? Becky Lynch wins. It's good. It's a level 3 rivalry. That's fantastic. Advertising, it was good. Promo puts our popularity down, but it gains us 10,000, so I appreciate that. Ella Rubel, Shayna Baszler. Let's see. Will Ella win? No. Shayna Baszler wins. It's disappointing. It's a new rivalry. We are not going to do that rivalry. Jody Garcia, advertising. That's fine. -7 popularity from doing that. Okay, the tag team match. Raquel and Carmella wins. Carmella did say she didn't want to keep facing Bianca because she keeps getting losses, so that's good that she's won that. That rivalry's now to level 3. It's very annoying because now we have to keep that going until the next pay-per-view. Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Excellent. Goes to level 4. We have to keep that going to the next pay-per-view. And Nia Jax versus Bayley. Will this finish and culminate the rivalry? Rivalry complete. There we go. Jackson Bayley. Amazing 4-star match. Bayley's now injured, though, from that. But there we go. So John Cena, who is their champion, is going in the opener. Wow. Okay. Surely we beat them. They beat us. Whoa. They beat us in the open. I suppose it's got John Cena in it with Akira Tozawa. But we won that mid-card match there. That was really good. So I think overall we should win the most fans here. We gained 195,000 fans. Look at the money we gained from that as well. Our total profit was huge. Special promotion. So that's good. They gained 169,000 and they only profited 49,000 for the event. And we're above them now, so that's fantastic. There we go. So we go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for week number 5. Right, week number 6. We're not going to run a tag team for the purpose of future endeavors. Okay. So although we have a tag team going right now, we need to rest Bianca Belair because her rivalry in this tag team that would have happened would also be a level 4. We need to kind of eke that out until the next pay-per-view and give her a bit of a rest completely. So Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai will probably start a singles rivalry. I'm okay with it. Now self-promo Charlotte Flair because our journal commissioned a goal ensure that Charlotte Flair cuts a promo this week. Okay, that's absolutely fine. We need to give Rhea Ripley an Extreme Rules match. She is in the main event. Can we afford to do an Extreme Rules? We can't. So if we take that off, we then can. So our opener is now just going to be a normal match because we've promised Rhea Ripley an Extreme Rules match. We signed Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is here. She's a fighter and a bruiser. This will start a singles rivalry, but I actually have a tag team rivalry planned because Nia Jax is going to do a role change to a heel. Then we have the mid-card match of Asuka versus Shayna Baszler with Trish Stratus, a new legend, running in on Shayna Baszler. That's going to start a new rivalry, hopefully, for next week's show to begin. Okay, so I'm not expecting us to win with this show, but I'm expecting us to earn money from it. So profit's good for the future. Mediocre, it's a new rivalry as expected. Self-promo. Charlotte Flair, +5 popularity. Wow. Asuka versus Shayna.
1, 2, 3.
Trish Stratus doing the run-in on Shayna Baszler, which means Asuka wins. It's an okay match. Should have probably done that. It didn't start a new rivalry either. I don't get this game sometimes. Nia Jax promo. It's an okay promo, but she is now a heel. Lacey Evans versus Rhea Ripley.
1, 2.
Does this at least start a new rivalry? Great match. It's Extreme Rules, I guess. Rhea Ripley's very good at Extreme Rules matches. And it has started a new rivalry. That's amazing. Wow. Didn't expect that. Okay. Happy days. This match on Raw then. It's a good mid-card match there. I'm expecting actually the mid-card to do better than the opener or the main. I bet it does. No, it doesn't. We actually win, though. We actually win. Didn't expect to win. We gained 48,000 fans with $110,000 profit. We got injury rehab so we can bring Bayley back because she is injured. They gained 47,000, so we're still ahead. They have 170,000 money right now to keep going. All right, fair enough. You haven't scheduled any championship title fights. We haven't. You're right, because you keep telling me I can't use my champion. Week number 7 then. We're starting off with a tag team match because Lacey Evans and Rhea Ripley, obviously they put on a barn burner in the main event. They've started a rivalry. Now we can start a tag team rivalry at the same time and get both going at the same time. Whatever one gets to the pinnacle for the next pay-per-view, we can use. And then WrestleMania, obviously I think the tag team match, we can use it for that. Ella Rubal is in the match with Rhea Ripley because we have to ensure that she has a match for the Veto Star, which then we can use the week before TLC, so Raw can't use their star. So that's the thinking behind that. Plus, if you put them in a tag team match enough with some popular superstars like, I didn't think I'd be saying this, like Nia Jax, then eventually her popularity will go through the roof too. We got a call out. Charlotte Flair is calling out Asuka. We're just keeping that rivalry going until the next pay-per-view. Mid-card match, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. It's level 3 right now. We just need to get to level 4 before the next pay-per-view. Self-promo, Carmella talking about herself. She loves doing that. I'm going to let her do it. Then the main event, Shayna Baszler versus Trish. Shayna's in a rivalry right now, and I'm trying to get her out of it. It's the Ella Rubal one. Possibly I should have released Ella, so I didn't have that problem. But we're going to see if it just... I'm pretty sure there's a way of just overriding it. We'll see. Okay, but let's simulate this instead. So, the opening contest. Let's simulate Nia Jax, Lacey Evans. They win. Okay, that's good. It's only a normal match as well. Doesn't start a rivalry. I don't get this game. I really don't. Charlotte Flair. Excellent promo. Good. It's already a level 4 rivalry as well, remember, so it doesn't matter too much. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks wins. Ooh, nothing for the rivalry. At least we've got a couple of weeks to do it. We got a couple of weeks to take it to level 4. Carmella talk about herself. She loves it. They love it. +5 popularity. And Shayna Baszler versus Trish. Come on, start a new rivalry, please, for the love of God. It doesn't. So hardly any rivalries. Incredible. Let's simulate this show. So there we go. Okay, main event. They beat us slightly. That's absolutely fine. 45,000. We gained $140 though. $40,000. Veto Star, so that's fantastic. They gained 46,000. They only beat us just, but we're still winning overall with 1,500. 1,500,094 1,594,000 fans to their 1,582,000. We're beaten by 12,000. What amazing growth we've seen lately from SmackDown. I'd like to say humble where I can, but I have to admit you've seen some amazing growth out of me as well, right? Here we go. I'm not sure what I'm expecting out of this, but I had to let you know I'm pretty important to SmackDown, aren't I? These fans can see it. Can you? Here you go then. Have 50,000. I hate doing that, but... How many matches as well? That's because you stopped turning up. Right, okay, week number 8 then. Our opening contest. We're going to try and get this tag team rivalry up to level 4 before we actually have the next pay-per-view for a big payoff. Call out. Shayna Baszler is going to call out Trish Stratus. That's going to be a WrestleMania match. I can feel it, and I like it too. Mid-card, though, we have Nia Jax and Lacey Evans versus Mickie James, new signing Mickie James, and Rhea Ripley. So that's going to be a good match. We're going to make it a tables match. Hopefully it starts a new rivalry. Again, WrestleMania finish, I think. Trish Stratus, charity, yep. And then main event, our commissioner goal is to have... Oh, no, it's not. Our commissioner goal was to have a run-in on Nia Jax. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks, but Becky Lynch runs in on Sasha Banks to keep that rivalry going because Charlotte Flair, we promised a match this week. That's what I was thinking of. We've also released Ella Rubal, mainly because we wanted to get rid of the Shayna Baszler partnership. So she's gone. Cut. We're like the real WWE. We make cuts here. But this is our show. We're running the Thunderdome. We're starting to make a lot of money now. It's good. So, simulate this opening contest. Raquel Gonzalez, Carmella. Come on, please get it to a level 4. It is finally it's a level 4. It's a great match too, so that's fantastic. Shayna Baszler calling out Trish Stratus. Good. And it's a new rivalry. Perfect for WrestleMania. Lacey Evans and Nia Jax. Mickie James. Rhea Ripley. Let's go. Come on. New rivalry, please. Yes, there we go. WrestleMania. Trish Stratus. Bit of charity work. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Trish. Gained 5,000 fans. And then Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks with Becky Lynch doing the run-in. Let's hope that we get rivalry. Yes, level 4. Come on. I'm so good at this game. The main event. This is hilarious. The main event is Tamina versus Lana. No, it's not Lana. It's Dana Brooke. So that's quite a hilarious main event for the title. But there we go. They beat us with that. I thought we put on such a good show, and they actually beat us. Incredible. Fair enough. Okay, I think we'll still gain more fans, though. 49,000 because we had the charity. $113,000 profit. So we gained 49,000. They gained 46. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. They might put on a better show, but hey, and they did it in Hell in a Cell. That's true. So they had the benefit of using Hell in a Cell. We did not. So our opening contest: Shayna Baszler versus Trish Stratus. His rivalry's already level 1. Our main goal is to not put Nia Jax in a match. We get the To The Moon card for that. In light of this as well, Bayley wants to have a match with Sammy George as her partner, which is... We can do it, I guess. If it starts a new rivalry, so be it. We can kind of run it, I guess, to WrestleMania because it's 2 specialists versus a fighter and a cruiser in Asuka and Sasha Banks. That's going to be our mid-card match. We got Io Shirai calling out Raquel Gonzalez. Sell promo, Becky Lynch. Let's get that popularity up above 70, please, Becky. That'll be fantastic for your match against Sasha at the next pay-per-view. And then the main event, Rhea Ripley versus Lacey Evans, which is already a level 1 rivalry. We can take that on forward to WrestleMania. Good. Okay, let's simulate this opening contest. Shayna Baszler versus Trish. Tables match. Shayna wins. Good for the rivalry? It is. It's a good match too. Level 2 for the rivalry. Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez. Rivalry grows to level 2. Perfect so far. Bayley wanted to tag with her friend Sammy George. We let it happen. Asuka and Sasha Banks as their opponents. They pick up the victory, and it's a new tag team rivalry, but it's only a mediocre match, as expected. Becky Lynch, self-promo. It's a good self-promo. It actually takes her popularity to 70, like we wanted it to be, and Rhea Ripley versus Lacey Evans in the main. As we go on forward to TLC. It's a good match. It's a level 2 rivalry. Good. Nice one, ladies. Okay, so the Raw show, I think we should win this because this looks dreadful. But it's still got Cena in the opener, which always seems to do well. We've kind of drew it, really. Our mid-card beat them, but their main drew with ours. They beat us in the opener. Okay, fair enough. We gained 40,000 fans. We gained a big profit. We got the To The Moon card. That's perfect. What a day gain. 34,000 with 80,000. So we're still in the ranked number 1. We're absolutely destroying them. We're not. We're only just beating them. But still, we're destroying them. Right. No messages from Triple H. God, please. No messages from Triple H. Uh-oh. Tris, my contract's up at the end of the week. 114,000. That's fine. Shayna Baszler. That's fine. She wasn't in a level 4 rivalry. Told you Sammy and I... Ugh. Yeah, great. I've been putting in a lot of work. I think I've earned a title shot. How about it? Within the next 3 weeks. Don't really want to do that, but still. Schedule running this week. Who are we going to use the To The Moon for? So Belair has quite high popularity. Mickie James. Mickie James should be a lot popular than what she already is. Remember, this game's 15 popularity, so putting it on Sammy George wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's put it on Raquel Gonzalez, actually. No. Because this is going over to Mania, so we'll do the Mickie James. Perfect. We're also going to do a little bit of TLC, because it is TLC, so we can use that to our advantage. And the tables one, I think, is a good option to do that too. Right, so it's week 10, it's TLC. We've used a couple of cards, including a tables one and a TLC one. And of course, we've got the Veto Star from the last week, which should be in effect this week. So Raw can't use their main star. I think it might be John Cena. Our opening contest, we've got 3 rivalries ending this event. One being Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks, finally. We got a call out then. Trish Stratus using a call out on Shayna Baszler, who we cannot use this event. Trips has told us, but that's fine. Mid-card match, Io Shirai and Bianca Belair versus Carmella, Raquel Gonzalez. It's a level 4 rivalry. It'll be good to get that one ended. Self-promo, Bayley doing a self-promo. Then a mid-card. We're going to get this tag rivalry to a level 2, hopefully. So we've got enough weeks to keep that going for WrestleMania. And then Jody Garcia is going to do something for charity. Then finally, we have our first title match at TLC, and it's Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Ideally, I'd like Asuka to win because I think it's Carmella who wants a tag team, a title match soon, which we can do then. But yeah, let's go for it. Let's do this show. I think it's going to be a good one. Right, so simulate this. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. TLC match. I reckon this was going to be a massive one. Oh, 5 stars. Let's go. Rivalry complete as well. Thank you very much, ladies, for that one. Special match. Trish Stratus calling out Shayna Baszler. Excellent. Takes promo to a level 3. Perfect for WrestleMania. Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai. Carmella versus Raquel Gonzalez. Bang. Io Shirai and Bianca Belair win. Another legendary match and another rivalry complete. That's 2 5-star matches so far. We're absolutely bossing this. Let's go. Bayley. Self-promo from Bayley. Excellent stuff from Bayley. Mid-card, we got Lacey Evans versus Nia Jax. Lacey Evans and Nia Jax versus Mickie James, Rhea Ripley. Going to try and take this rivalry through to WrestleMania. Nia Jax, Lacey Evans wins. It's a great match too, and it moves to a level 2. We are on fire right now. We're putting on an absolute barn burner of a pay-per-view. And then finally, our first title match. Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Asuka wins. Another legendary match. God, we are so good at this. We are so good at this. We've built up these rivalries for so long. Dana Brooke and Tamina is what we got to come up against. And of course, they can't use their star, which is their title holder. I don't actually know who it is. But there we go. We should be beating this easily. Bang. Oh, look. Oh my God. Stop it. They're already dead. We've absolutely destroyed them. That's very good. We gained $210,000, $37,000. Ranked number 1 easily now, I'd imagine. 137. Wow. Absolutely destroyed them. John Cena's their champion still. I wonder why they were allowed to use him then. Maybe it's just not the most popular. We are almost 93,000 fans above them. That's huge. And we're only doing it with a female roster. Okay, 4 weeks then until WrestleMania. Asuka cheated me in that last match. I want a rematch. That's not happening. Forget it, Charlotte. Why are you protecting Asuka? Boo. Look, Nia's handed me nothing but losses. Sounds good. You're in a singles match anyway, aren't you? Schedule running on your most popular available superstar. We get a free arena booking. We could fix a match, but we don't really need to, I guess. Actually, we can do that. So, opening contest of week number 11. Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair versus Bayley and Charlotte Flair. Possibly our tag team rivalry that goes into Mania, as well as the Nia Jax one that we have as well with Ripley and Lacey Evans. But they are going to be our main event because they also have a rivalry that is being played out right now. So I can then choose what I use at WrestleMania depending on what has grown the most. But Rhea Ripley wanted to stop facing Nia Jax because she keeps getting losses. So this obviously makes it a lot easier. And she's very good at Extreme Rules matches. We got to call out Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez. That will hopefully take that rivalry up to level 3, and we can just take that up to level 4 before Mania. Mid-card, Asuka versus Carmella. Carmella wanted a title match. We've got Becky Lynch doing the run-in. I'm hoping that starts a new rivalry, so that will be our title match at WrestleMania. And Trish Stratus is going to do a self-promo. Everybody will enjoy that. Confirm the booking. We're running the big stadium now, so we've got quite a lot going on money-wise. 172,000, in fact, just below our budget. But I think that should be absolutely fine for us going through. We should be earning quite a lot of money now running the big stadium. So let's simulate. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, maybe? No. Charlotte Flair and Bayley wins. Not a rivalry, though. I was really hoping that kicked on a new rivalry. Never mind. Io Shirai, good. That takes it to level 3. Asuka versus Carmella. Becky Lynch rivalry. Becky Lynch rivalry. That's all we want. Lynch versus Asuka. Let's go. We also used a fixed card to make sure Asuka won the match so she doesn't lose her title belt. Because that will be devastating. Trish Stratus. Self-promo. Gains 1 fan. Or 1 popularity anyway. Lacey Evans versus Rhea Ripley in the Extreme Rules match.
2, 3.
Let's go. Great match. Level 3 too. Fantastic stuff. Good. Happy with that. Okay, let's simulate this event then. We beat them. Yes, we beat them easily. Let's go. I'm not surprised. Our women are doing amazing. 20,000 fans. 156 profit, free arena booking as well for, we can use that for the next show and just keep getting, oh, they only gain 8,000. They are in trouble. They are in trouble. Stephanie McMahon, we're doing very well here. We're doing very, very well. Week number 12 then. Rhea Ripley and Mickie James versus Nia Jax and Lacey Evans. Level 2 rivalry so far. If we can get that to, whatever one we get out of Rhea Ripley and this tag match to level 4 first will be perfect. We've got a couple of weeks before week 15. Call out Trish Stratus versus Shayna Baszler. Call out, that should take that to a level 4 rivalry for WrestleMania. Our mid-card match is Sasha Banks versus Belair, or Sasha Banks and Belair versus Bayley and Charlotte Flair. Don't understand why it didn't do a rivalry last time round. Hopefully it will this time round. Becky Lynch calling out Asuka. Let's get that rivalry boosted for WrestleMania, girls, because you have a title match. And the main event, Raquel Gonzalez versus Io Shirai in a Hell in a Cell, which should take it to a level 4 rivalry. Let's go. Excited. Okay, we're running a big stadium, but we have the avatar, or the arena booked for free because of the previous Commissioner Go, which was met. This one was for Shayna Baszler, I think, not to be in a match. I can't remember who it was. One of them not to be, I think it's Trish, actually, not to be in a match. She isn't in one, which we gain Health Spa. Okay, simulating this match. Ripley and Mickie James win. It's a great match, and it's level 3. Decent. Trish, good promo. Level 4. I like it. Thank you, ladies. Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. Charlotte and Bayley win. New rivalry. About time. Becky Lynch calling out Asuka. Excellent promo. Fantastic. She's 5-star on the mic as well. No surprise there. Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai. Hell in a Cell. Io Shirai wins. It's an amazing match. It's a level 4 rivalry. Perfect for WrestleMania. They have a mid-card title match between John Cena and Cameron Grimes. Like, this is on hard difficulty. And we've only just won. Wow. That was a tight one. How? We gained 22,000 fans, but we gained $200,000 profit. We also gained the house bar. What did they gain? We gained 22. They gained 18. Yeah, we're starting to pull away a little bit now. We're over 100,000 fans away as we go on forward to WrestleMania. Oh my God, John Cena wants to join us. How hilarious. His popularity is only a 53. What have you done to John Cena? Unbelievable. I think you should put me in a match with James. Trust me on this. Oh, you're always requesting stuff. No. Week number 13 then. Our opening contest. Lacey Evans versus Rhea Ripley. Again, in Extreme Rules match. Level 3 rivalry so far. Then we have a sell promo of Mickie James, which is the Commissioner Gold this week. That should boost her popularity. Mid-card tag team match. We have this one running again to try and get that at least to a level 3 before WrestleMania would be perfect. Call out Shayna Baszler versus Trish Stratus. It's already a level 4 rivalry. We just need to keep that ball rolling. Then the main event, it's a title match. It's a TLC match too. Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Level 2 rivalry so far. We got one more week, ladies, to make it a level 3 or 4. 4 would be perfect. So the next 2 weeks, if we can push that to a level 4, amazing stuff. Let's run this show. So, opening contest. Let's simulate it. Lacey Evans versus Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley wins. It's an amazing match because, remember, it did nothing for the rivalry though, which shocks me. Self-promo, Mickie James. Okay, +1. Okay, that's fair enough. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Tag team rivalry. Tag team rivalry. Yes. Okay, we keep that ball rolling. Shayna Baszler versus Trish. Excellent promo. Good. Main event. Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Asuka retains. Rivalry. Yes, level 3. Let's go. That was a very good show for us. And a good event as well. They also have a title match in their main event as well. John Cena is in their opener. Remember, he's just asked to join us. We said no. He's not a woman. He does not count towards this challenge. Let's simulate. Yeah, we beat them on all fronts. Only just in the opener they matched us, but we beat them in mid-card. Beat them in the main, and I dare say we beat them in the fans and money. 26,000 fans, $106,000 profit. We had pre-match physio, and then 18,000 fans, $104,000. We should have more money and more fans by the end of this. So, opening contest, week number 14, the week before WrestleMania, is going to be Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair and Bayley in a tables match. One of the ladies is very good at tables matches. Hopefully it makes the rivalry to a level 3. Then we can do a rivalry complete at Mania. The call out is Becky Lynch, Asuka. And then we're calling out Asuka and Becky Lynch just to guarantee that takes it to a level 4. Please. Mid-card, Jody Garcia is going to do a match versus Io Shirai. It's Giant versus Cruiser, but we've got Raquel Gonzalez doing a run-in on Io Shirai. That'll be a nice little mid-card match for WrestleMania. Then the main event, Rhea Ripley, Mickie James, Extreme Rules match versus Nia Jax and Lacey Evans. That should take it to a level 4 rivalry and complete our WrestleMania card as well. So we've got a couple of wrestlers missing out, obviously, which are already level 4, so we don't have to worry about that. But I'm pretty sure we should have 3, maybe 4, 5 rivalries at level 4 for Mania, which is very hard to do, to be fair. So let's simulate this and see how it does. So, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks. 2, 3. Charlotte Flair and Bayley win again. An amazing match, takes it to level 3. Perfect. Becky Lynch, Asuka. Good rivalry, or good to level 4. Perfect. Jody Garcia, Io Shirai. Raquel Gonzalez does the run in. Io Shirai wins by DQ. It's an okay match. It's fine. That's a sacrifice that we had to take. Good promo. Mickie James, Rhea Ripley. Let's please get this to level 4. 1, 2, please get this to level 4. Let's go. Right. Mania's going to be amazing because I think we have 4 rivalries at level 4. They're going to tell us one of them can't compete either. They always tell us one of them can't compete. So we did beat them over there in the mid-card. What do they actually have in the mid-card? So Alexa Bliss versus Mia Yim, Kevin Owens, and then the main event was John Cena with Akira Tozawa. But we gained 26,000. We gained a huge profit. We got free special effects for next week. They gained 57,000. Wow. 153. But their champion is Cameron Grimes. So, yeah. So, week number 15, and it's WrestleMania. Our opening contest, Rhea Ripley, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Lacey Evans. It's an Extreme Rules match, level 4 rivalry. And a spoiler, we have 5 level 4 rivalries. Well, one of them's level 3. We have 4 level 4 rivalries and 1 level 3 rivalry, all for this event, which is the first time I think I've ever done that. So the mid-card is Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez, TLC. Raquel's good at them. A tables match for this tag team because I think Charlotte's good at tables matches. Trish versus Shayna Baszler in a TLC. And a Hell in a Cell as the main event for the title. We signed Cora Cut and we signed Chyna. Welcome back, Chyna. For a charity just to gain more and more fans. But that is our event. I think this is going to be the best WrestleMania I've ever put on. But we are over budget. Wow. Didn't expect that. So, big open stadium. We got the special effects for free. But we've had to cut down on the stage building crew and the commercial side of things just to make budget. I thought we had enough. But I think signing Chyna put us over. Plus, these cost $10,000 for each charity. And look at the event we're putting on. They're all incredible matches. So, I'd rather do that. First match, Mickie James, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Lacey Evans. Legendary. It's gotta be. It's only a classic. I thought it would be. Rivalry complete though. Good to see. Carmella. Excellent promo. Gains us 5,000 fans. Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez. TLC match. Io Shirai wins. It's another classic. Rivalry complete. I think we're going to see quite a lot of that. Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Bianca, Sasha Banks. Charlotte Flair and Bayley win yet again. It's another classic. Jody Garcia charity. Okay. Gains us a little bit of fans. Trish versus Shayna.
1, 2, 3.
TLC. Shayna Baszler wins. An amazing match. Rivalry complete. Cora cuts a promo. Then the main event of WrestleMania, Becky Lynch versus Asuka in a Hell in a Cell.
1, 2, 3.
Asuka retains. Legendary. Let's go. Let's go. Completed it. So, the Raw main event is not even got the title match. Kevin Owens versus Roderick Strong. Cameron Grimes is not even on the card. Oh, he's calling out Ivar. They do realize this ends today, right? So, Dana Brooke versus Tamina is the first match. That's the only title match that's going on. We should wipe the floor with them. Oh, we do. We absolutely do. They only draw us in the mid-card, the second to last mid-card, with Akira Tozawa and John Cena in it. But other than that, we absolutely wipe the floor with them. We gained 300,000 fans. Jesus. $152,000. We win so easily because they only gained 247,000 fans. Massive. We absolutely obliterated them. That is mental. So if we take a look at our weekly progression, we started off a little bit behind them, but then we overtook them quite easily, I would say, in the ratings, and won that fairly easily. And our budget was a little bit up and down, but we always had way more money than what they did. So a huge success. Thank you very much for watching. Press the subscribe if you haven't done so already, and let us know down in the comments if you want to see any other challenges. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.